What if your garden had a second life after sunset? During the day, you may notice bright flowers, green leaves, and busy bees. But when night comes, most gardens seem to go quiet. That does not have to be true. Some flowers wait for darkness before they release their strongest scents. Their sweet smell can fill the air around a patio, window, pathway, or quiet corner of your garden. And the best part, you do not need a huge garden to create this nighttime oasis. Today, we are looking at 8 fragrant flowers that can make your garden come alive after dark. Some open at night. Others release more scent as the sun goes down. Night-scented stalk. Let's start with a flower that may look simple during the day, but becomes much more interesting at night. Night-scented stalk is a small flowering plant with tiny flowers. Its flowers may not look as bold as some garden favorites, but that is not its main job. Its real magic happens after sunset. As evening arrives, the flowers release a strong, sweet scent into the air. The smell can become even more noticeable as the night gets cooler. This makes night-scented stalk a great choice near places where you sit in the evening. You can grow it near a path, patio, window, or garden bench. That way, you can enjoy its scent without needing to walk through the whole garden. Why it matters, a small plant can add a big burst of nighttime fragrance to your garden. But this is only the beginning. The next flower does not just smell amazing at night. It also opens its flowers when darkness arrives. Moonflower. Moonflower almost looks like it was made for a moonlit garden. This climbing plant produces large, white flowers that open in the evening. The bright flowers can stand out beautifully against the dark night sky, and there is another reason gardeners love it. Moonflower can have a sweet fragrance that becomes more noticeable after sunset. Its pale flowers also reflect moonlight, making them easy to notice even when the garden is dark. Give this plant something to climb, such as a strong trellis or support. It can grow upward and help cover a wall, fence, or garden structure. Just remember that moonflower needs warm growing conditions and plenty of sunlight during the day. Why it matters. Moonflower gives you both nighttime beauty and fragrance, turning an ordinary corner into a moonlit display. But what if you want something that can fill the air with a rich, almost tropical smell? The next flower is worth knowing. Angel's trumpet. Angel's trumpet is hard to miss. It is known for its large, hanging flowers that look like long trumpets. The flowers can come in different shades, including white, yellow, and pink. But the real surprise comes in the evening. Many angel's trumpet plants release a strong fragrance at night. The scent can travel through the garden, especially when the air is calm. This makes the plant useful near outdoor sitting areas where you can enjoy the smell. However, there is something very important to know. Angel's trumpet is poisonous if eaten. It should be grown where young children and pets cannot reach it, and you should never eat any part of the plant. Why it matters. With the right care and a safe location, this dramatic flower can become one of the main scent points in a nighttime garden. Now let's move from a large tropical-looking flower to a smaller plant with a surprisingly powerful nighttime scent. 4 o'clocks. 4 o'clocks get their name for a good reason. Their flowers often begin opening in the late afternoon or around evening. They can stay open through the night and may close again as morning arrives. The flowers can appear in several bright colors, including pink, yellow, red, and white. But their color is not the only reason to grow them. Many 4 o'clock varieties have a sweet fragrance that becomes easier to notice later in the day. They can also bring a nice burst of color to garden beds when many other flowers are starting to close. Place them somewhere you can enjoy them in the evening, rather than hiding them in a far corner. Why it matters. 4 o'clocks help your garden stay colorful and fragrant even after daytime flowers begin to rest. And if you think 4 flowers are enough, wait until you see what the next one can do. Tuberose. Tuberose may not be the first flower people think about when planning a garden, but its fragrance can make it a star of the evening. This plant produces tall flower spikes covered with small white flowers. The flowers have a rich and sweet scent that becomes especially noticeable at night. Because the fragrance can be strong, you do not need a huge number of plants. A few well-placed plants near a sitting area can be enough to create a noticeable scent. Tuberose also adds height to a flower bed, which can help make your garden look more layered. Why it matters? Tuberose shows that you do not need dozens of flowers to create a powerful nighttime scent. But now we are getting to a flower that offers something different. Instead of standing tall in one spot, the next plant can spread across your garden and create a soft wall of fragrance. Star jasmine. Star jasmine is a climbing plant with small, white, star-shaped flowers. The flowers may look delicate, but their sweet scent can be surprisingly strong. Star jasmine is especially useful if you have a fence, wall, arch, or trellis that looks empty. Train the plant to climb along the support, and over time it can create a green screen covered with small white flowers. When evening arrives, the fragrance can make that area feel much more inviting. It is also an evergreen plant in many warm climates, so its green leaves can add interest even when flowers are not present. Why it matters? Star jasmine can turn a plain structure into a fragrant nighttime garden wall, and we are not done with climbing flowers yet. The next one brings a completely different shape and a very special nighttime effect. Evening primrose. Evening primrose is a great example of a plant that follows its own schedule. As its name suggests, its flowers often open in the evening. The yellow flowers can look bright and cheerful as daylight fades. Some types also have a light, sweet fragrance, but there is more to this plant than just its flowers. Evening primrose can be a useful addition to a wildlife-friendly garden. Its evening flowers can attract night-active pollinators in places where the climate and local wildlife support them. That means your garden does not have to become quiet just because the sun goes down. Why it matters? Evening primrose can add flowers, scent, and nighttime activity to your garden. But there is one final flower that can take the whole idea of a nighttime oasis to another level. A garden does not have to end when the sun goes down. With the right flowers, the evening can bring new colors, new scents, and even more life. So choose a quiet corner, plant something fragrant, and let your garden become a place you can enjoy long after sunset.